we probably had the first half of the season exactly like our team needed to. You know, we went up to Clarkson and St. Lawrence and struggled up there early against two really good teams that ended up doing very well in the country. And then came back here and had a fantastic opening celebration with the new renovation of our renovated facility. And that kind of energized everybody. And you know, we kept moving through, and I think one of the best things that ever happened to us was getting spanked by BC in November. And then we sort of got serious, honestly. And the kids that we had in the program and the ones that were healthy at that time and that were able to go for us, they really stepped it up a notch in their intensity. And it made a big difference, and we got ourselves rolling until the break. And then we fortunately had Armstrong and Pucci back, which infused so much leadership, energy on the ice, energy off the ice, and then we sort of got ourselves rolling. We had a couple hiccups, which, you know, when in hindsight you think, shoot, how did that happen? But two difficult road losses that, again, I think realigned our focus when we needed it to. And then the Beanpot was a fantastic night, two nights for us, and just kind of kept ourselves going. And it's funny, you know, the beginning of the season and the end of the season were rocky for us with the Clarkson-St. Lawrence series, but it also catapulted us to a whole nother level of intensity. Every one of our 7 seniors made a massive impact in the program over the course of 4 or 5, however long it took them to get through the program, but also on the ice with this particular team. I mean, this team had a lot of things to work through early, individually and collectively, and if it weren't for the leadership and commitment and sensitivity of those seniors, we wouldn't have had anywhere near the kind of season we did. So I can't thank them enough for their genuine contribution to our team first culture. And you know, they did everything they could for the betterment of our program before they did for themselves. So, you know, when you're set up for success when things like that happen. Well, I think, you know, I guess I'd first start with that group of sophomores that I didn't see last year, and how they really stepped up their games. And, you know, Sid, as you mentioned, is a great example of someone who physically has transformed herself into a high-level Division I hockey player. And so as a result of her commitment to the physical part of the game, she was able to do so many things that she hadn't done a year ago. And, you know, she set the bar and for her class, certainly, and for many of the other kids on our team. And that young group of freshmen, you know, they played without pressure, they played loose, they had fun. They made their share of mistakes, but they also made their share of great plays. And I think the future's bright for our program because we got a lot of good young kids. You know, I think being able to accomplish all but one ultimate goal in our program this year is a testament to the commitment and dedication of our players, honestly. I mean, you can do everything right as a coaching staff, and it doesn't happen. You can do everything right as a team with players and trying so hard, and it doesn't happen. So you have to have a lot of luck, you've got to have a lot of fun, and be able to stay loose. And, you know, I think our kids brought their best when their best was needed. And, you know, we just were one shy of everything we wanted to accomplish. But I think that you know, looking at the beginning of the year, you know, we're always talking about putting ourselves in a position to win a national championship. We talk about that every year. That's sort of the beginnings of what this program aspires to. But to have that manifest itself in reality oftentimes is, you know, it takes a lot of luck. And so for this group of young women to be able to accomplish all the things that they did, and to at the end of the day, the best reward and accomplishment, in my opinion, is how close they are as a team, and of great kids and great teammates. You know, it's one of the best seasons we've ever had. But you know, I said to them, best group of kids that I've had in a really long time.